Well, this morning here on the Promise FM, I have a special guest with us, Dennis Lennox. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Patrick.
Now, Dennis, you are the Sheboygan County Drain Commissioner, which maybe people don't know what that is. Tell me a little bit about what your position is. And actually, people may have heard of your name when they start hearing what you do.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the opportunity to come on this morning.
Yeah.
I'm the elected county drain commissioner up here in Sheboygan County. I'm largely responsible for regulating and overseeing water resources. It's one of those archaic positions that we elect, and we kind of don't know why we elected. It dates to Michigan statehood. For the history buffs out there, they would know that when Michigan became a state, it was the last state east of the Mississippi to become a state, largely because it was a swampland, and it was unsettleable. And to make it inhabitable, you had to drain out the swamps, and that's the origins of this position.
Okay, and you actually, when you took the job, you actually took it and then petitioned to get rid of it, didn't you?
Correct. I ran on a platform of abolishing the office. Unfortunately, some of the political gridlock that we've had in the state in the last couple of years prevented that reform from going through. So I've got 2 years left in my term. Hopefully we can maybe get that reform through in my last 2 years. If not, I'm focused on doing my duties that the people elected me to do.
Certainly. Well, now, Dennis, we're talking with you about kind of a situation that came up, I guess, this last Christmas holiday season, isn't it?
Yeah, it started about 3 weeks ago, actually, after the Christmas
Oh, really?
season,
Okay.
which was very unusual.
Tell us a little bit about this, because it actually has to do with you having Christmas decorations in your office, doesn't it?
It does. Back in November, I put up a very modest Christmas display. I was one of about probably a half dozen offices in the Sheboygan County Courthouse that had a display. My display consisted of a tabletop nativity scene, a Christian cross, and a sign that said "Merry Christmas." Pretty simple display. Paid for it out of my own money. I kept the display up through Orthodox Christmas on January 7th and took it down and put it away in storage. And about 3 weeks ago, I received a letter from a very radical atheist group from Wisconsin, basically threatening my office and the county government as a whole with a lawsuit. They claim that recognizing Christmas, the symbols and traditions of Christmas, is, quote, illegal and inappropriate. And obviously, as a person of faith, I disagree with that, but I also disagree with that from a secular standpoint, because Christmas is also an official governmental holiday.
Sure. Okay, so tell us a little bit where this has gone. I mean, obviously you've gotten this letter. Have they followed up any more with that?
They haven't. They sent a 4-page, very legalese complaint with lots of threatening and intimidating language back in early February. I received it on February 4th. I replied back about a week ago acknowledging their complaint, basically dismissing it. And as soon as I received that complaint, I actually brought the display back out of storage and put it up in my office. And I plan on keeping it up in my office year-round unless a judge tells me to take it down. I expect from the grapevine, from what I've heard, that they may want to sue the county now over this. If that happens, so be it. But I believe that public servants don't give up their religious liberties to serve in government. And this is unfortunately part of a broader radical agenda that you're seeing pushed not only in Michigan but across the country.
I would assume you're getting support locally in your community for you doing this?
Oh, the support has been tremendous. I've received upwards now of 75 to 100 emails just in the last week, and telephone calls from not only people in Sheboygan County, but from across the country, men and women of faith and people of no faith, recognizing the importance of the Christmas tradition and the fact that whether you celebrate it as a religious holiday or a secular holiday, it is an official governmental holiday of the federal government, of the state government, of the local government, and public officials and governmental entities should be allowed to recognize that fact.
Well, Dennis, we appreciate you standing up for that, and I guess how can we be praying for you?
Well, certainly would appreciate the prayers as well as the action. This is something that people of faith have to have their voice heard on, so that not only in Sheboygan County but across the listening area, people understand that their local governments reflect their views, and we can hold our local governments accountable. I'm also keeping people updated on the situation on my website, DennisLennoxDiary.com, DennisLennoxDiary.com, and I'm blogging and posting updates as this goes along.
Okay, and we'll put a link from our website to that so people can find that and follow up.
Thanks, Patrick. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, not a problem. And thanks for taking some time with us here this morning, and definitely keep us up to date if something changes, something moves forward with this, okay?
I will do. Thanks again for the opportunity.